You know, the chemicals in my brain don't go, oh, actually, she's, you know, she's got loads going on. She's doing really well. She, you know, she's doing a yoga. She's, you know, let's leave her. And on Monday, I was literally like, oh, and I was on a book read. I was doing Mandasu, the run, and you know what? I was great. And then Sunday night, people don't understand this when I say this, but I actually feel the chemicals go like that in my brain. And if I could speak to somebody who has bipolar disorder, they would totally get that. Yeah. You feel your brain go like this. And I got this it's like 20 elephants on my chest. I thought, oh, please no, please no, please no, please, I've got a book read. It's the last day, please no. Woke up Monday morning, couldn't breathe. The darkness that was there, it was like, and I was like, how is this? How? It's not fair. Why am I feeling like this? Like, I'm working with amazing people. Like, Mandasu, who I've met, is just like one of the most loveliest people I've ever met. I've been chatting, and you know, and you just really, I was really happy. I've met some great people. And then I just thought, I can't go up, I can't go up. Stayed in bed. I woke up at 1:45. I had to be on the book read at 2:00. And I didn't even brush my teeth, my hair. And then sod's law, I couldn't even get on then. I couldn't get on the live. So bless him, I rang Joe Gill, like literally, I can't get on, Joe, and can you do my lines for me? And bless him, so what a legend. I'll do them for you, don't worry. And because secretly I was kind of hoping, please don't let me on. Please don't let me on, because, and I did. I got on and I did my lines, and there was a Q&A after, and I just literally stayed still and quiet, and because I was so scared to speak, because I thought if I speak I might cry.
Yeah.
And I just and that's what I've learned is I have to sometimes go, no, Brenda, no, I'm sorry, not today, and then go back into the hole. Even if I can just get out for an hour or two, that allows me to be productive, to be able to get through what I need to get through, I can deal with that. But some days you can't.
Because it's like you've almost, like you've said before, you've got almost like 3 different characters, in the sense that you have Brenda, and then you've got you, Natasha, and then you've got Mandy. You know, Manic Mandy, when you go down. Do you know what I mean?
That's Depressed Debbie. That's Depressed Debbie, yeah. And then we've got Manic Mandy, yeah. And then Anxiety Annie. And then OCD Doris, yeah.
So they're all there.
I don't know where I get these names from. I really don't. I really don't.
But they're all. But this is the thing: is they're all part of you, and I do genuinely think that, you know, as you've said, you can feel it when you're slipping into something. You can feel it changing. I can feel it when my anxiety's coming on, and I don't know why, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we've all got elements. All of us got elements of different personalities. But it's like we're not allowed to talk about those other things. We've all got to be one thing. And I think that's something that's frustrating. And again, something that I loved in your book was your honesty and your vulnerability. But I was equally frustrated at how, when you were so honest, sometimes people use that against you.
Oh, God,
and I feel like that is what's worrying, when anyone wants to speak out or does want to say how they're feeling or does want to be brave and say, look, I've got this. Those vulnerabilities are going to be used against you. Like you've said before, she's too much in a relationship. It's an easy cop-out for somebody. And that must be, again, I really admire your courage for being that brave in your book to say that. But as a reader, it definitely comes across that there are parts of your relationships that it's being used against you. I mean, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I think what I've learned is that those men was never very good for me. And I have also learned that I knew all along that they weren't right, but I wanted it to be right, and I wanted them to accept me for me, and Yeah, I mean, you obviously have read the book. He, you know, one of them in particular that is spoke about quite frequently through. Um, he was a major trigger for me, and
Yeah.
you know, even more recently since the book, you know, has come out, I know I've heard things of, you know, people are laughing at me and stuff like that, and I think, you know, he's on his own journey and he's got to, you know, regardless of whether you've got a mental health condition or not, everybody has got issues. This is
Yeah.
the thing. You know, you can have people that have insecurities, you can have people that have, you know, abandonment problems from childhood and stuff. Mine's obviously amplified because I have this condition. You know, and you know, the thing is, yeah, he sometimes he would make me feel ashamed of this illness, and that this illness was stopping me from having a loving and a nice relationship. I can't say I've ever experienced, barring when I was younger, when I was with my ex in my teenage years, which I talk about briefly. He obviously didn't know that, well, I didn't know that there was something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I wish that he would have, because actually he probably would have been a person that would have really helped me through, and he really understood. But yeah, that is the tricky thing. Is as soon as I remember saying to me, listen, you know, I have bipolar disorder. I suffer with severe mood changes. I can get quite fixated, and I can get sometimes be the complete opposite. Oh yeah, straight away he would use that against me, you know, because you're psychotic and you're this and you're that. And but now I'm kind of like, that's one of the reasons with the book. It's like, there's everything that I am. Now no one can tell me who I am anymore, because I've already said it about myself, and I'm still working through stuff.
Yeah.
I'm working with Sarah. I can never say her name properly. Sarah at the minute, with an anxiety course and stuff, and I'm still working through stuff. But yeah, people can be really cruel, and it's
They
not
can
pleasant.
be, and I do think, though, you know, Natasha, the fact that, you know, we're having this chat on a live stream just basically shows how far we've come in, even in the last 5 years. And you know, you've said to me, and I've said it to you, that it's we need to be frank, we need to be honest, we need to be able to just say, you know, you've said before, if you're not feeling well, just as you would with a headache, oh, you know what, babe, I've got a really bad headache. It's the same as, oh, I've got bad anxiety, or I'm not in that good place today. Because then the less people can use it against you. The more frank and honest we are, the more open as a society that we are for, you know, for mental health and for illnesses that shouldn't have such a stigma attached to them, then the easier it becomes, and the less people do get used or labelled or, you know, pointed at. And I mean, the fact that anyone would even remotely suggest that you're being laughed at is infuriating to me, because I just think what you're doing is incredible. And I mean, you've even gained traction with people like, you know, Kath Tilsley, Liam Fox, Dean Andrews, all reading monologues from the book. I mean, where do you want to go with that? And that's obviously the Speak Out Like Brenda campaign.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that campaign.
The campaign was actually Salford University got given my book to use as a module, as one of their final assessments for their third year on how they would promote the book, what strategies. And Anna Mason came up with Speak Out Like Brenda, where you basically do 7 days of a journal challenge. Really, really took to me that. I kind of was like, I really like this idea. And I'm a big believer in people coming to your life at the right time. And I connect with people, and I just really connected with Anna. I just really did. I've never met her. And I absolutely love her to bits. She suffers with ME, and which again is another invisible illness, you know, and she's still been doing all her third year stuff, but she's literally put her heart and soul into Speak Out Like Brenda. And then Kelly Hollis, legend that is Kelly Hollis.
Kelly, yeah, she's
absolute
amazing.
legend that is Miss Kelly Hollis, was like, why don't we get a couple of people to read monologues? I went, oh yeah. So she kind of just was like, I'll do one. And we got Lisa Riley and a couple of others, and then Rick Carr got in touch with me, and he was like, Kath really likes your book, and it's just been one of those where it's gone from there to there to there, and I'm so grateful, because the messages we got when those monologues was going out from people that probably wasn't aware of the book, but just even off a monologues, a girl messaged me, I think she listened to John Bradley's monologue, and she said, it's so weird listening to that monologue, those words, because that's how I feel. Like when I'm in a low, I'll start thinking of other things that are negative. And it just was amazing to know that somebody had listened to an actor perform my words, and they then have decided to go and reach out to Bipolar UK, because it's like, actually, I feel like that. And that for me is worth its weight in gold. Do you know what I mean? It really is.
I was going to say that as an actor, you know, and I do think that's what's incredible. I've seen some of your work, and I've seen how expressive and emotive you are, and obviously the way that you write is so chatty, but it's like that. It is like dialogue. The way that you've written it is totally like dialogue. You know, it's your voice.
I can't write a script though.
Well, someone will. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the fact that, you know, as an actor, as you've said, having other people use your work creatively, use your words creatively, that must be equally thrilling as well from a drama point of view, not just from a writer's point of view or from somebody who's campaigning for mental health, from an actor and a creative's point of view. That must be amazing.
Do you know what one of the biggest things for me with this, and I said it at my launch, and you know, so you know, you get a bit cocky sometimes, don't you? But Anthony Crank said, what's next for this? And I said, I'm getting it on the TV. No, I want to get it on the TV. I went, I'm getting it on the TV. Because you know why? I said, there's so many talented people out there, yeah? Close friends of mine, huge talents that are not getting seen. I said, you give them the right story. I said, and we can push it to the right platforms. I said, those people that, you know, I didn't even know these days, if you haven't got a credit, you can't get on Spotlight. I mean, I'm old. Like, I was on Spotlight probably when I was like 10 or something, I don't know. But I was like, what? This is ridiculous. What are people supposed to do? You know, so my aim was, I want to give people opportunities. And you know what? I've done it. I've done it because that reel has gone off to 3 of the biggest production companies. So those people have been seen. So regardless of what happens, those people have been seen. Yeah, we've obviously had the names and everything, but for me, it was the unknowns in there. Yeah. So actually have a look at that person. And that for me is amazing. But the talent, I mean, you know, Kath Tilsley, like, I know obviously, like, it's nearly to all them, sorry. I love her to pieces. I think we just got separated at birth. We're just like very, very similar, but you know, her monologue was epic, and Steve Evans, and and Joe Gills. I love Joe Gills as well. But I said to Joe, like, I was laughing at Joe's, and then when he said the bit about my yoga mat's become a really precious thing, so I was like, God, I feel really bad. I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing at that. And then, like, these are my words. Like, what? This is how good these people are. And, you know, Steve Evans, I completely forgot it was me that went into the meditation centre.
Don't get me wrong, though. Like, as I said, you know, these are all amazing talents. However, you know, this is your writing.
I know, people keep saying that.
You know, don't take that away from yourself. I mean,